good morning. So let's move on to our second topic, which is the art movements. No? So it's the continuation of our first topic lang naman. Okay? So since we covered the Renaissance, Mannerism, Baroque, Rococo, and Baroque music, the next part in an art history timeline would naturally move into the 18th to 20th century movements. Okay, so here is the first. Okay, here is our objectives. Now we are going to analyze the shift from realism to abstractions. We are going to compare the cubism, fragmentations, futurism, and dynamism. Again, okay, so this is our objectives. It's to analyze the shift from realism and to abstraction and to compare the cubism fragmentations to futurism's dynamism. Okay, so let's move on here. Okay, so neoclassicism during the late 18th and early 19th. Okay, so neoclassicism, there are some historians, they already debate where the modern art truly begun. Kung saan ba talaga nagsimula or kung kailan ba talaga siya nagsimula. Okay, there are many points to the French Revolution of the 789. Yun daw po yung kanilang turning point, no? Since yung art daw po, it became more, okay, or became a way, no, to express the political and social ideals. Okay, so during the neoclassicism, they emerged, no, during this period. It is inspired by the yung to rediscovered of the ancient Roman and a Greek, no, ruins. Kay kagaya ng Pompeii, ng Herculaneum. Okay? So ano nga ba itong neoclassicism na to? From the term new classicism. Okay? It's the revival of the art and ideals of the ancient Greece and Rome. Okay? So yung vinavalue nila during this time is the simplicity, yung balance, and yung rationality. Now they are reacting against the playful and decorative Rococo style. That's why yung mga artists na yun, they want to return the art with serious, moral, and inspiring. Okay, so the characteristic of this, okay, of this neoclassicism, they have the order and symmetry. Now, it's inspired by the classical architectures and sculptures. Okay? They have also the idealized figures. No? So, ibig sabihin, yung mga human bodies, they are often shown as perfect and a calm poses lang. Okay? They also include the historical and the political themes, meaning to say all of their artwork is include, no? It's all about history, politics, yung mga yon. Okay? The stories from from the Roman and Greek histories, as well as the revolutionary values like the duty and sacrifices. Okay? So they have also the limited and clear colors. No, yung mga artists, they avoid also the soft pastels ng Rococo. They use the sharper tones, yung mga matitingkad. Okay? Okay, so ano naman ang connection nito sa politics, no? Yung neoclassicism, they reflected on the Enlightenment values. Ano yung Enlightenment values? This is the reason, the logic, the democracy, and of course, the citizenship. No? So during the French Revolution, yung art po became a tool to inspire patriotism and civic virtue. Okay? So example po, their paintings were used to honor, for example, the heroes of the revolutions. Ganun po yung kanilang paintings before. Okay? So, the famous neoclassicism artists we include here, no, si Jacques Louis David ng France. Okay, meron siyang tinatawag na Oath of the Horatii or Horatii, wherein meaning to say yung kanyang ginawa. Okay, it's the duty over the personal interest. Okay, meron din si Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres ng France. Okay, known for his precise and classical portraits. Meron din si Antonio Canova ng Italy. Okay, this is also the neo-classical sculptor. Okay, yung site po nila it revived by the Cupid's Kiss. Okay, yun po yung kanyang mga naging artwork. Okay, so in short, pag sinabi nating neo-classicism or new classicism, it was more than an art style. Okay, it's more on cultural movement that is tied up with politics, with revolutions and ideas during the late 18th century ng Europe. No? So, in-emphasize nila dito yung reason, in-emphasize nila yung morality, yung civic duty, and also it is inspired by the glory of the Greece and Rome. Okay, so next is we have the Romanticism. Okay, so Romanticism, it is an art movement used to the central themes of neoclassicism. So, see, Romanticism, it's emerged, okay? It exists after the Neoclassicism, okay? Using the themes as a springboard po nila, no? So, it developed during the age of revolution, okay? A time of the political upheaval na tinatawag natin. Yung French Revolution, American Revolution, yung nationalist movements ng Europe, yung mga yon. Okay? So, while the neoclassicism is focusing on reason in order or civic duty, si Romanticism po is nag-focus po siya into emotions, imaginations, and of course, yung individuality. Okay? So, that's why yung kanilang theme or yung kanyang themes, no? Ng Romanticism, it's all about patriotism and nationalism. Okay, so there are many artworks that is celebrated from struggles, okay, for their freedom and independence. Ganun po sa patriotism and nationalism. Also, another theme is goodness of humanity. So, the artist emphasizing the natural goodness and the dignity of the people. Okay? So, and of course na meron din yung emotions and feelings. So, yung mga romanticism artists natin, they value the passion, the intuitions, or the imaginations kesa po sa pure reason lang. And lastly is the nature and individualism. Si nature kasi is nakikita siya or seen as powerful, mysterious, and deeply connected to human experience. Unlike while si individualism, it is focused on personal expressions and unique creativity. So that are the themes during Romanticism. No? So, yung ano yung kanyang characteristics? Anong naman kayang characteristics ng romantic art na to? So, more on dramatic and emotional scenes lang siya. Okay? It's a strong contrast of light and dark para po mas ma-heighten or ma-emphasize yung mood ng painting. Okay? So, the subject sometimes include revolutions, heroism, tragedies, landscapes, or human struggles. Okay? So, yung artist po nila during that time, it showed people not to idealize perfections kagaya po ng neoclassicism, but it's a raw emotions and real experience. Okay? So, the famous romantic artists and works, no, ni Eugene, okay, Delacroix. Okay, so yung liberty that is leading to people, okay? It's a symbol of revolutions and freedom. Yung kay Francisco Goya naman ng Spain, yung tinatawag niyang the 3rd of May, okay? It's an emotional depictions ng war, okay? And of course, the sufferings, okay? So, bakit kaya importante ang romanticism? It is not just an art movement po, okay? It also reflects the spirit of revolutions, of the freedom and individual expressions. Okay? So, Romanticism, nawala siya. Okay? It broke away from the rationalism of Enlightenment. And they already celebrated the power of the emotions, of their emotions, I mean imaginations, and their human struggles. Okay? So, in short, pag sinabi nating Romanticism, it is a powerful movement, no? Na we include our emotions, nationalism, patriotism, the human experience as the center of the art, no? They are moving away from the neoclassicism rational or neoclassicism ideals or art works. Okay? So after romanticism, dito na pumapasok si realism. Okay, so si realism naman, it was developed in France around the 1850s. No? It was exists after the Romantic period. So si Romanticism, kung si Romanticism, in-emphasize niya ang emotions, ang nationalistic, ang imaginations, si Realism naman po, it focused to the ordinary life and social realities. No? So this is also the time of the Industrial Revolution and the political changes in Europe, which nakapag-influence siya ng mga artists, no, to depict the everyday struggles and working class life ng mga tao. Okay? So, ang realism as a style, no, kapag isa siyang style, it'll focus on accuracy of the details. Okay? Carefully copying the real-life appearances. Pero pag realism as a movement, you are rejected the idealized, the heroic, or exaggerated subjects, okay? Which is, it commons in during the romanticism and neoclassicism, okay? So, ang pinoportray mo dito sa realism is the world as it truly was. Okay, kung ano yung nag-exist sa mundong ito, yun po yung pinoportray niya. Okay? Even if the showing poverty, hardship, or even unpleasant realities, yun po yung kanyang pinoportray. Okay? So, next naman is the characteristics of realist art. Okay, no? So, in characteristics of realist, okay, they focus on the ordinary people like yung mga farmers, yung mga workers natin, I mean, yung mga laborers pa, okay, kung ano yung mga nakikita natin. It's the everyday scenes, no? It's either in rural life, in a industrial work, or domestic settings, okay? It's a neutral and subdued tones instead of dramatic colors that they use, no? They emphasize the true representation or truthful representation rather than glorifications, okay? So, not edited, okay? Hindi yung ine-edit mo, no? So, no more mythological, no more heroic, no more romanticized subjects. Only what is real. So, yun lang po yung pinoportray during realism from the word real. Okay? So, we have the famous realist artists and their works, no? So, una si Gustave Courbet ng France, wherein the Stonebreakers, wherein he showed the two laborers workers, no, they are emphasizing their dignities, their hardships of the manual labors, mga ganyan. Okay? So, next naman is, it is important, no, realism is important because it's considered as the revolutionary, okay? Because it gave the importance to those ordinary people and to their real life conditions instead of yung mga king, yung mga gods, yung mga heroes, yung kanilang pinoportray is yung mga ordinary people and their real life situations or conditions. Okay? So it influenced these later movements like the naturalism, impressionism, and social realism. So, yung naturalism, impressionism, and social realism ay na-inspired po siya dito because of realism. Okay, it helped the art to become more accessible, okay, um, if reflecting their true experiences. Kapag sinabi nating realism, okay, they rejected the idealized beauty and the heroic themes, no? They focus instead in their daily life or everyday life and the reality of our society. Okay, it was art for the people and about the people na tinatawag. Okay? So next, let's move on here in Impressionism. So dito sa Impressionism naman, okay, nagsimula siya, okay, in France during the 1860s to 1870s. Okay, so during a time when industrialization and modernization, okay, nagbabago po yung society. Okay, so before this, no, madaming European art, they followed the traditional styles kagaya ng neoclassicism and realism, wherein those paintings were detailed, were polished, and they are depicted the historical and mythological subjects, no? So in impressionism, no, those impressionist artists, they broke, no, from these traditions. They choose to paint the modern life, the landscape, and the fleeting moments po ng mga nasa tao or nasa community. Okay? So, saan ba nagsimula yung Impressionism na yan? Impressionism, it is named after Claude Monet. Okay? So, yung painting niyang Impression Sunrise. Okay? Yan yon yung nasa taas. Okay? So, during 1872, they critique at first use the term Impressionism as an insult. Bakit? See, saying the works, no, look unfinished daw, like mere impressions rather than complete paintings. Okay? So, pero yung artist na yon, in-embrace niya yung name, okay? They embrace the name, making it the identity of their movements. Okay? So, ang Impressionism, ano kayong kanyang characteristics, no? Meron po siyang visible brush strokes, okay? So, loose lang siya, quick and sketch-like lang yung kanyang ginamit, okay? So, light and color focus. They capturing how the light changes the appearance of the objects at the different times of the that day, no, na pinaint niya yung isang bagay. Ordinary subjects, no? So, isa siyang scene lang po ng ating modern life. No, pwedeng mga cityscapes, landscapes, wherein you were able to relax, no, outdoors. And open air painting, no? So, yung mga artists, they painted outside, no, para po makapture nila yung natural light and the atmosphere direct. Okay, so, and of course, last is avoidance of black paint. Okay, so hindi sila gumagamit ng black paint. Instead, the artists, they mix those complementary colors para po makapag-create sila ng shadows. Okay, so they avoid using black paint. So, syempre, since it's the name is came after Claude Monet, so he is one of the famous artists. So he is the father of Impressionism. Okay? So ang Impressionism, no, the impact of Impressionism, it's changed the people, no, the way of the people thought when it comes to art, no. It was no longer about the perfect realism, but it's all about capturing the moments, a feeling or an impressions, no. So it paved the way for the movements or art movements kagaya ng post-impressionism, expressionism, and cubism. Yun po yung halos kapareho naman niya. Okay, so pag sinabi nating Impressionism, it was all about capturing the fleeting beauties or moment of our everyday life through using lights, colors, and quick brush strokes na. So, isa siyang fresh, modern, and revolutionary for the time or yung during that time. Next is we have the post-impressionism na ba? Okay, now so let's move on to post-impressionism. No, so yung post-impressionism, it was developed, no, in France in the late 19th century as a response to impressionism. While sa impressionism, nag-focus lang po siya in capturing the light and the fleeting moments. Okay, some artists fell lack, parang may kulang daw sa po sa structures, sa depth, and of course, the emotional powers. That's why the post-impressionism, they both continued and rejected the impressionism. So it's used to, the bright colors, the brushwork, but, no, they wanted to explore more the emotions, the symbolism, and the structures. Now, so who is this father of post-impressionism? So we have Paul Cézanne. Okay, so it is called sometimes the father of the post-impressionism because he wanted to make impressionism something solid and lasting. So, kaya naman nagtatagal daw. So, it's bringing more form, order, and geometry into that things. Okay? So sa post-impressionism, they emphasize na a greater emphasis on the structures and the forms compared po sa impressionism. They also use bold colors, but also to make it deeper, no, emotional or the symbolic meanings. The artists also express their personal visions and emotions instead of the external realities. Okay, so they are not really concerned with natural light effects, but they are focused on the style, on the symbolism and mood that they are going to use. Okay, so the famous artisan works is isa na po si Paul Cézanne since he is also considered as the father of the post-impressionism. Okay, so yung kanyang painting is the card players, okay, the Mont Saint Victor. So nagpapakita yon ng solid structures, okay, it's a landscape and figures. Isa na rin dito si Vincent van Gogh. Yan, kung nakita niyo yung pangalawang picture, that is Starry Night, no? Known for a swirling brush strokes and emotional intensity. Okay? And this post-impressionism, no, it marks a transitions from representational art or yung tinatawag nating real life image to more abstract and expressive styles. Okay? So, it's inspired later, no, movements kagaya ng Cubism or kay Picasso, Fauvism, and Expressionism. Okay? It shows the art could be more than just a mirror ng ating mundo or of the world, no? It could be about our ideas, our emotions, and the new ways of seeing, okay, para makita natin ang isang realidad. Okay, so ang post-impressionism, it built, okay, it built upon impressionism. So, nag-exist siya after the impressionism, but it went beyond by adding more structures, emotions, and symbolic meaning. Okay? So next, let's move on to Neo-Impressionism. So after Post-Impressionism, we have the Neo-Impressionism. Okay? This is the late 19th century naman. So it emerged in the France in the 1880s. Okay? As their reactions to looseness of impressionism. Okay, they tried to capture kung si impressionism, they tried to capture the fleeting moments of the light and colors, but neo-impressionism wanted a more systematic and scientific approach when it comes to paintings because they believe that the art could be made more precise using the science and the color theories. Okay? So, ang neo-impressionism is pinagsama siyang impressionist. Okay? It concerned with light and colors, but they wanted to add a methodical techniques. Okay? That's why the artists, they use the tiny dots or strokes, okay, of the pure colors were in its place side by side. The technique na tinatawag nilang pointillism, yung mga yan. That's why the human eye would be blend the colors kapag malayo ka. Okay, it's creating a luminous effect. Okay, so itong style na to is less about the personal emotions. Okay, it is more on scientific precisions in art. So, the leading figure on this neo-impressionism is we have George Seurat. Okay, so it is considered as the pioneer of neo-impressionism. So his famous artwork na tinatawag nating A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. Okay, it's a large scale, malaki yan, that they are carefully applied those dots. Yan, okay, of the colors na para makapag-create sila ng isang vibrant, structured scene of the Parisian leisures. Okay? So si Surat, I mean the Surat's color theories and optical techniques became the foundation of pointillism. So yun na yung um, paglalagay nila ng mga tiny dots or strokes of the pure colors side by sides. Okay? So, ano ba? Ang neo-impressionism, no, both science and structures is included into this kind of art, no? So, contrasting the emotional, the expressive, the tendencies of the post-impressionism. Okay? So, it also influenced the modern art movements, okay, kagaya ng Fauvism, ng Cubism, ganun, by pushing the boundaries of colors and the techniques. Now, they wanted to show that those paintings or artworks could, or they were able to merge the science and creativity. Okay? They want to balance the order and the beauty. That's why pag sinabi nating neo-impressionism, it was about precision and science when it comes to art, no? That's why si George Seurat leading the way through pointillism. No? So it kept the lights and colors of impressionism, but they also applied them in structured, okay, structured manner. Okay. Okay. Now, so let's move on here into next topic is Art Nova. Okay, so ito naman is nag-emerge siya in Europe in the late 1800s into early 1900s, no? Ito naman po yung kanilang reactions against the conservative and historical styles, kagaya po ng neoclassicism and romanticism. Okay? It's dominated in Western art. No? So yung mga artists, they want that is something fresh, modern, and organic. No? So yung art was harmony, the art that was in harmony with the nature and everyday life. Okay? So yung term na art nova means it is the new art in French. Okay? So, ang characteristics ng art na ito or art style na to, no, we have the ornamental and decorative style wherein it found in paintings, sculptures, architectures, furnitures, jewelries, and graphic designs. Okay? So heavy use of the asymmetrical lines, no? Yan. It's the flowing like the vines, the waves, or smokes. Na kung napapansin nyo dyan sa pictures, no? Their inspirations came from our nature, which is mga flowers, those plants, insects, birds, the human figures, especially yung mga kababaihan. Okay? So it is organic, curving forms that look alive and dynamic. Okay? So blurring the line between fine art and applied art. Okay? So Art Nouveau appeared in posters, interior designs, and everyday objects, not just in paintings. Okay? So, one of the famous artists, no? So, dito kasama na si Alphonse Mucha, okay? It's a Czech artist na meron yung Redhead Among Flowers. Yan yung nasa ibaba. Okay? It's an iconic poster art with the elegant, no? Woman that is surrounded by those floral patterns. Okay? So, ang art nova na ito, okay, it's a broke away from those traditional art by celebrating the beauty in everyday objects. Now, it's a unified art. It's a design and architecture into one harmonious style. Okay, so they prepared the way for the modern designs in the 20th century, kagaya po ng Art Deco or yung mga modernism. Okay, so in short, pag sinabi nating Art Nouveau, okay, it was a decorative and a nature that is inspired, no, style marked by those flowing lines and floral patterns. So it includes here the flowers, basta everything that we see in our natures. Okay, so it was break from the conservative traditions that is bringing the art into more both public spaces and into their daily life. Okay? So next naman is Fauvism. Okay? So in Fauvism, it's early 20th century. So it's emerged in France around 1905. Okay? So the movement was a short life, okay? But it's highly influential, okay? Marking one of the the first bold steps into modern art of the 20th century. Okay, yung pangalan na Fauvism pa lang is nagsimula na siya or nagmula siya sa French word na Fauves. Okay, meaning to say wild beast. Okay, it was coined by the critics, no, who thought that the artist's use of colors was wild and shocking. Okay, so ang Fauvism, they use a vivid and non-naturalistic colors. So, hindi makatotohanan. So, the colors didn't have much to reality. No? For example, a face could be painted into green or blue, which is dapat is color dark, brown, mga ganon, okay? It simplified forms and bold brush strokes, okay? Less concerned for the realistic detail, they are more focused on emotional expressions through those color that they use, no? So, dito na pumapasok yung mga strong contrast, yung mga flat shapes, or any decorative patterns. Okay? So, ang Fauvism, no, even though nag-last po siya ng ilang years, a few years lang, no, at least it paved the way of the expressionism and cubism pa rin. Okay? It showed that the art, no, didn't need to copy those realities, no, just to express their feelings and moods through the pure colors lang or using the colors. Okay? Brinake niya po from traditional art, they influence the generations of the modern artists. Kaya pag sinabi natin Fauvism, it is all about the wild, expressive color and simplified forms, no? So it is to shock, no, the art world, but it opened the doors to a modern, expressive painting during these days. Okay? So, next is Cubism, no? So, it's inspired by the Fauvism naman ito. So, it was developed in France by Pablo Picasso and George Braque, okay? So, nag-emerge siya during the 1900s, okay, as the radical break from those centuries of traditional art, okay, where paintings aimed to look realistic. But instead, yung Cubism, no, it challenged the ideas of the perspectives and realism. Okay? It showed objects from those multiple viewpoints, no, sa isang arts lang. Okay? So, two-dimensional, 2D focus lang po siya, no? So, two-dimensional. So, instead of creating the illusional of depth, yung cubist po, they emphasize the flat surface of that canvas. Okay? So, yung fragmentations niya, the objects and the figures were broken into geometric shapes. Okay? Gumamit sila ng mga geometric shapes and they reassembled in abstract ways. Okay? Mas inayos lang po nila. Okay? So, there is also a multiple perspective na hindi lang po siya single object na pinapakita, but there are different angles, no, at the same time. So, pwedeng multiple meaning or multiple perspective. Okay, simplified colors, no? So, during the early Cubism, they use muted tones kagaya lang ng mga brown, grays, basta yung mga kwan lang na kulay. Okay? Para po ma-emphasize nila yung form over those colors. Kasi ang kanilang in-emphasize lang naman is yung mga form, no? Not the colors. Okay? So, later, the cubism or yung synthetic cubism na tinatawag, they reintroduce the brighter colors and collage elements kagaya na po dito ng mga clippings or the fabric of the newspapers. Okay? So, there is the phases of cubism. Okay? We have the analytical cubism. Okay? The objects is broken down into fragments almost like a puzzle. Okay? Kagaya nung Picasso's Girl with a Mandolin. Yan yung nasa picture natin. Okay? And ang synthetic cubism naman, it's more powerful, more colorful, playful, and experimental. So, yung mga artists, mas gumamit sila ng mga collage techniques, ng mga mixing paints, with real materials. Okay? Kagaya po nung, hindi ko na kasi nakikita, na download, no, yung picture ng Stills Life with Sheer Cunning ni Picasso. Okay? So, syempre, one of the famous artists during this time is si Pablo Picasso. Okay? And this cubism, okay, is it changed, no, the art forever. Okay, the cubism changed the art forever by providing that the art doesn't need to copy those realities. Okay, you can reconstruct in a new way. So, in-influence niya na dito yung mga other modern movements natin, kagaya ng futurism, ng constructivism, ng mga abstract art. Okay? So, it opened the path for the 20th century experimentations when it comes to painting and sculpture. Okay? So, kapag sinabi natin cubism, no, they broke those objects into geometric forms. Okay? So, it showed them not just one perspective, but it is multiple perspective at one artwork lang. No? So they reject the idea of realism. Okay, so si Picasso and Braque, okay, revolutionize the modern art by simply presenting a new way of seeing the world.